admission in 11th standard and you start preparing for mathematics. So there are chapters like sets and then relations and then functions and then limits and then derivatives and so on. So students, really calculus part is very important for 11th and then 12th standard. So you must understand relation onward very carefully, especially relation and functions. So in this lecture I will be beginning with relations. And one more thing I would like to tell you, you may be studying under guidance of any other teacher, you may be attending online lectures of other teachers. But sometimes to understand a particular topic you need a varied kind of guidance, varied kind of lecture from different teachers. So go through my lectures regularly. I am very confident that you will understand everything out of it and you will enjoy my lectures as far as understanding is concerned. Okay, so please enjoy my lecture. I am beginning with relation this time, students. Student, relation, this topic is quite similar to our common life relation, meaning of that relation. But here the relation is between two non-empty sets, right? In our common life, the relation is between two different persons, two different identities, two different institutes, and so on. But here, the similar kind of relation is quite mathematical. Okay, so it has got a proper meaning. So to approach to that relation, we have to begin with ordered pair first. So first, we'll begin with ordered pair this time to approach to relation. Let us begin, students. So you first consider a set A having elements 2 and minus 3. Set B having elements x and z. Okay. If I decide to write the elements in pairs in such a way that the first element is chosen from A and the second element is chosen from B like this. So I will choose 2 first. 2 is chosen from A and then I will write x. X is chosen from the set B. Okay, so I cannot alter the selection. The first position elements are to be selected from first set A and second from second set B. I can write some more options. 2, yes, 2 is chosen from A. Then I can take Z. Z is chosen from B. So restriction is first place is reserved for first set elements and second place is reserved for second set elements. So this is how, if I continue, then I can write minus 3x minus 3z. And if I make a set, so here each one is an ordered pair. 2 minus is 2 comma x is an ordered pair. 2z is an ordered pair. This one and that one also. So these are all ordered pairs. Okay. So then what is the definition of ordered pair? Ordered pair is the arrangement of elements in a definite order between two in simple bracket. Okay. In this, the order in which we write the elements are very important. So this is the definition of ordered pair, students. This one. An ordered pair consists of two objects or elements in a given fixed order. So that we have seen here. So the other version of that is if A and B are two non-empty sets, then the pair of elements A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Okay. Then pair of elements A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B is called the ordered pair. Ordered pair of elements of A and B. Okay. So this is the proper definition of ordered pair. Very easy to understand. Okay. ordered pair is a pair of elements written in a definite order in a bracket. Okay? So the number of such ordered pairs depends upon the number of elements given in the set A and given in the set B. That we will see later on. Now see this note. The first note out of ordered pair is ordered pair is not a set. Okay, ordered pair is not a set. These are different identities, right? And second one is if A comma B is the first ordered pair and B comma A is another ordered pair, so then these two are not equal, because we can't see the content. This contains AB, this also contains AB, but in different order, so they may be equal. No, as far as ordered pair is concerned, these two are totally different. Okay. Now let us see the examples of ordered pair, students. If we consider the points in two-dimensional plane, so this is our two-dimensional plane, this is the origin. So if we choose these points, this is 1 and this is 2, so this is 1 comma 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and this is 1 minus 3. This is 4 comma minus 3. So these are also ordered pairs. Okay, so the coordinates of points in xy plane or two-dimensional plane or coordinate plane are examples of ordered pairs. Okay, so I can write it here. Coordinates of points in xy plane are ordered pairs, like 2 minus 3, 0, 4, minus 5, 7. So these are all ordered pairs, because we know it very well that this point 2 comma minus 3 and the pair minus 3 comma 2, these two carry different names. This point is not equal to this point. The places of these 2 points in xy plane are totally different. Now let us see equality of ordered pairs. Suppose A comma B and x comma y are 2 ordered pairs. So we can say this ordered pair is equal to this ordered pair if and only if I develop this, if and only if A is equal to x and B is equal to y. Okay, so 2 ordered pairs are equal if and only if their corresponding position elements are also equal. A comma B is equal to x comma y if and only if A is equal to x and B is equal to y. Okay. You can write 2 ordered pairs A comma B and x comma y are equal if and only if A is equal to x and B is equal to y. So this is about equality of ordered pairs. Now see this example based on equality of 2 ordered pairs. So it is given that these 2 ordered pairs are equal, so we can begin with the same relation. A by 3 plus 1 and B minus 2 by 3 is equal to 5 by 3 comma 1 by 3. So by equality of ordered pairs, we can write A by 3 plus 1 is equal to 5 by 3, and at the same time B minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. So we can get 2 such relations. Then we can solve it like A by 3 is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1 and B is equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Right. Now from there we can write A by 3 is equal to, we can write 5 minus 3 divided by 3, and there we can write B is equal to, we can take in LCM 1 plus 2 is 3 by 3. So this gives A by 3 is equal to 2 by 3 and B is equal to 1. So this gives finally 3 and 3 get cancelled, A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 1. So by equality of ordered pairs we can do this example. So one for you students, this one. So I know you can do this, so do it in the similar way. Now let us see Cartesian product of two sets. To understand this, first assume that the set A contains elements 1, 0, 5 and the set B contains, suppose, X and Y. So if I continue making ordered pairs you know, first element from first set and second element from second set. So if I make a pair like 1 comma x, the second pair 1 comma y, then beginning with 0, 0 comma x, 0 comma y, and next 5 comma x and 5 comma y. Okay, so these are all possible ordered pairs. Then if we make a set out of it, ordered pair is not a set. Ordered pair, this is a single ordered pair, this is another ordered pair. Ordered pair are having single identities. Okay, so this is collection of all the possible ordered pairs out of the set A and set B. Now if I make a set of all possible ordered pairs like this, for set we put brackets like this. Okay, so this is a set of all possible ordered pairs. So this is called Cartesian product of sets. Of sets A and B. Okay, this is for these two sets A and B. So what is Cartesian product? Cartesian product is the set of all possible ordered pairs of two sets. So if you choose some other sets here, you will get collection of other pairs and you have to put in such cursive brackets to represent as a set. So this Cartesian product is a set of all possible ordered pairs. Now how to classically define ordered pairs? So I will write the definition here. Let A and B be two non-empty sets. Then the set of all ordered pairs in the form of A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B is the set of all ordered pairs A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B is called Cartesian product of sets A and B. It is denoted by A cross B. So I will write denoted by A cross B. So this is how we denote Cartesian product of two sets. That is, A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs A comma B such that this column represents such that Cartesian product A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. So this is the classical definition of ordered pair and then Cartesian product. Now see one important note on Cartesian product. Note, if the set A is phi, phi means null set, and B is also null set, you can write or also, A is phi or B is phi. Then Cartesian product A cross B is defined to be null set. If any one of or both, if any one or both of the sets A and B are null sets, then their Cartesian product is also a null set. So this is that important note, students. Now let us do one example based on Cartesian product. Example 1. Let A is 2, 3, 4 and set B is A comma B, and find A cross B is Cartesian product of A and B, B cross A cross A, and then A cross B intersection B cross A. Okay, we have to find out all these. These are all related to Cartesian products. So first, as per definition, A cross B. So first pair 2 comma A, then 2 comma B, then 3 comma A, 3 comma B, 4 comma A, and 4 comma B. So this is A cross B, right? Second one, B cross A. Now while writing B cross A, we have to put the elements from B first and then the elements of A, like this. So B means A comma 2, then A comma 3. So this is how at the first place we have to place the elements of B first, and then at the second place elements from set A. So A2, A3, A4 and B2, B3 and B4. So this is the set B cross A. What can you see from these two sets, A cross B and B cross A? You can compare the elements. 2A, can you find 2A as an ordered pair in the second set? No. You can certainly see A comma 2, but we know that 2A and A2 are different identities as far as ordered pairs are concerned. We can say these are two different ordered pairs. These are also two different ordered pairs. That means the set A cross B, Cartesian product A cross B, and the Cartesian product B cross A are totally different. They are not equal. So our remark is very important, that A cross B is not equal to B cross A. So this is very important remark as far as Cartesian product of two sets is concerned. Okay. Let us see the next one. A cross A. Yes, we can find out A cross A also. A cross A is Cartesian product of A with self. So for simplicity, I will first rewrite it here. So this is 2, 3, 4 cross again A. So 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is how we have to place the same sets for finding Cartesian product of A and A. So this will give first place is elements from A, second place is elements from A again. So I will write 2, 2, 2, 2, then 2, 3, 2, 4, then beginning with 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, then beginning with 4, 4, 2, 4, 3 and 4, 4. So this is the Cartesian product of A with A cross A. Next is A cross B intersection B cross A. Okay, so let us see what is that. A cross B intersection B cross A. As you have studied intersection in set chapter, intersection means the common elements in both the sets. To find out common elements in both the sets, A cross B, so these are the elements, B cross A, these are the elements. Which element you can find common between these two sets? You try one by one. 2A nowhere is 2A, 2B nowhere is 2B, 3A nowhere, 3B nowhere. So there is not a single element which is common to both the sets. When there is nothing common between two sets, what is the answer then? So A cross B intersection B cross A is null set so far. So this will be true always. A cross B and B cross A, their common elements is always phi null set. Nothing is common between these two sets. This is a question I have given for you, a similar kind of question. So P is -103, Q is AM, and you have to find out P cross Q, Q cross P, Q cross Q. And I have changed the students. Instead of intersection, now I have given union to find out. Now see Cartesian product of three sets. Okay, so the Cartesian product of three sets A, B and C is A cross B cross C, which is the set of all ordered triplets in the form of A, B, C, such that this A belongs to set A, B belongs to set B, and C belongs to set C. So this is, you can say, the definition and the meaning of ordered triplet, self-explanatory students. So Cartesian product of three sets written like this. So I will write it again here. So A cross B cross C is the set of all ordered triplets A, B, C, such that A belongs to A, B belongs to B, and C belongs to C. Okay? So this is the definition of ordered triplet. Let us see one example. So if A is 1, 5, and 7, B is 0, 4, and C is A, B. Then the Cartesian product of three sets A cross B cross C, that will be, first we have to find out A cross B. That will be A cross B cross C. So this is the process of finding A cross B cross C. So A cross B will be 1, 0, first pair, 1, 4, then 5, 0, 5, 4, then 7, 0, 7, 4. That's all. This is A cross B. Now cross C. So we have to make a cross with C, means A, B. So this will be then 1, 0, A, 1, 0, A, 1, 0, B. That's all for 1, 0. Then with this 1, 4, A, 1, 4, B. Then with 5, 0. Yes, 5, 0, A, 5, 0, B. Then with 5, 4, 5, 4, A, 5, 4, B, and so on. 7, 0, A, 7, 0, B, and lastly 7, 4, A, and 7, 4, B. Okay, so this is the set A cross B cross C. So while finding A cross B cross C, we have to find out A cross B first and then find a cross with C in this way. Okay. Now students, Cartesian product can be modified to any number of sets. We have seen Cartesian product for 2 sets, we have seen Cartesian product for 3 sets, and that can be modified to 4, 5 and n number of sets. So that I will write here. Cartesian if A1, A2, A3, An are n number of non-empty sets, then this Cartesian product A1 cross A2 cross A3 cross dash dash cross An, that means this is the Cartesian product of n sets. So this will be set of all ordered pairs A1 comma A2 comma A3 dash 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 An, such that this A1 belongs to A1, A2 belongs to A2. In this way, An belongs to the set An. So in this way, Cartesian product of sets can be modified to n number of sets also. Now students, see number of elements in a Cartesian product. So how to guess that? So the formula is n of A cross B. N means number of elements, okay, as you have seen in set chapter. Number of elements in A cross B means number of elements in Cartesian product A cross B is number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B. Very simple. So let us see this illustration. If A contains elements 5, 7 and 9 and B x comma y, then Cartesian product A cross B will contain elements, number of elements in A cross B, that will be number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B. That means how many elements are there in A? There are 3 elements, multiplied by number of elements in B, 2, that is 6. So very simple, number of elements in Cartesian product A cross B is equal to number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B. Now students, let us see note regarding this number of elements in Cartesian product. Note number 1, if either of A or B is infinite, then Cartesian product A cross B is also infinite. Okay, this is the first note. And second note is number of elements in A cross B cross C is equal to number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B multiplied by number of elements in C. Just similar to the previous case. That's all from Cartesian products. Students, now let us see graphical representation of Cartesian products. So for that, let us see two sets, non-empty sets. Suppose A contains elements 1, 2, 3 and the set B contains elements 2, 4 and 5, right? So in this case, while representing Cartesian product graphically, we take the values of A along the horizontal axis and we take the values of B along the vertical axis like this. So this is how along the horizontal x-axis we represent the values of set A, and along the vertical y-axis we represent the values of set B. Now let us see actual mathematical Cartesian product. We write A cross B is equal to 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 5, then with 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, then with 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. So this is mathematical Cartesian product. Now let us see how to represent these elements here. So first is 1, 2. So 1, 2 is this 1 and this quantity is 2. So let us find out the position for this. So this is the position. This is 1, 2. So this is how that point 1, 2 is represented here. Now the second one is 1, 4. So this is 1 and this is 4. So second element will be shown here. Now lot more points can be shown like this. I will choose 2 more. Let us see 2, 5. How to represent 2, 5. So this is 2 and coordinate is 5. So this is fifth position and 2 somewhere here. So this is the position for 2, 5. Okay. And then last one 3, 5. 3, this is 3 and this is 5. Extending 5 to here. So this is the position for 3, 5. Okay. So these are the elements which are shown mathematically there. So these points corresponding to the elements in the Cartesian products. 1, 2 here. This is 2, 4 and this is 3, 5 and this is 2, 5. I will write it here 2, 5. So representation of these elements in the Cartesian product which are shown here along the x-axis and y-axis or horizontal and vertical axis. This is called the graphical representation of Cartesian product. Very simple. You just consider the first set elements along the horizontal axis, consider the second set elements along the vertical axis, and then show these points as x coordinate and y coordinate simply in the xy plane. So the corresponding elements are shown here as points in the xy plane. So these are the elements and these are the Cartesian graphical representation of Cartesian product. Now let us see diagrammatic representation of Cartesian products. We have seen Cartesian products mathematically. We have seen Cartesian products in the xy plane. Okay, and now we will see diagrammatic representation of Cartesian product. So in this case also consider the first set having elements 1, 3 and 7, another set B containing elements 0, 5, 9. Right. Now in this case we represent the first set A by this notation, a circular elliptical shape rather, and having these elements inside 1, 3, 7. So we show all its contents in this elliptic shape. So this elliptic shape represents the first set A. Now represent the second set by the another elliptic shape here to the right of it. Okay, so this represents set B containing all these elements inside 0, 5 and 9 here. Okay, now after this you see the correspondence in our Cartesian product. Every time we will require the mathematical representation of Cartesian product for reference, like we will write 1, 0, 1, 5 etc. then 3, 0, 3, 5 etc. then 7, 0, 7, 5 etc. So this is basic or mathematical representation of Cartesian product. Now how to represent the same elements here? So first 1 is associated to 0. 1 from the first set is associated to 0 from the second set. So we show it like this. We put an arrow in between and showing an arrow like symbol here in between. Next is 1, 5. For that connect 1 to 5 like this and show an arrow here. Very simple. Next is 1, 9. So connect it like this. And secondly with the element 3. So 3, 0. So 3, 0 you connect it like this. Then 3, 5, 3, 5 like this and 3, 9. And now the last line to be shown 7, 0. To connect it like this. Then 7, 5 and then 7, 9. So this diagrammatic representation expresses all the elements shown over there. Like 1 is connected to 0, 1 is connected to 9, 1 is connected to 5. So the corresponding pairs, ordered pairs are 1, 0, 1, 5, 1, 9. Then 3, 0, 3, 5, 3, 9. then 7 comma 0, 7 comma 5, 7 comma 9. The same thing we can show here diagrammatically. So this is the diagrammatic representation of Cartesian product. So this is also a Cartesian product.